Ben McKee, West Rucker here inside of Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center following Tennessee's 86-79 win over Illinois. Another top 25 win for Tennessee, and I think you can point to two areas as to why Tennessee was able to pick up a nice win over a really good Illinois basketball team: defense and rebounding.
Yeah, I thought that, Santiago Vescovi looked like himself again today, which was kind of quietly a really, really big deal. I don't know if the numbers showed just how much of an impact he had on it, but I really think two plays, just effort plays, changed the game in the second half. Zakai Ziegler right behind us here with a steal, and then the feed from his backside to Josiah Jordan-James for the slam dunk, and then moments later, Jemai Meshack kind of goes in there with those Illinois trees, fights, gets an offensive rebound, kicks it out to Knecht for a three. That's a 10-0 run. The crowd is really getting into it. Illinois calls timeout. It's a different game from that point forward.
Yeah, there were a lot of sneaky, awesome plays. Santi had the eyes in the back of the head, throwing it back to Jemai behind him. And Jemai Meshack was kind of the theme post-game. Rick Barnes raving about what he brings, says that he makes all the plays that win you basketball games. And Rick talked about everybody who did play. I believe there were 7 guys who played today. Everybody played their roles perfectly. It was the best game of the season in which guys stuck to their roles. Best game that they paid attention to the scouting report, and that's why Tennessee goes on to win this basketball game.
Yeah, when Rick Barnes says things, and some of us in the media have also said for the past few years, Jemai Meshack wins you games. You don't have to just look at a box score to see what Jemai Meshack does. You kind of have to watch the game and see how much impact he has. But if you look at the box score today, it does tell you. He played 14 minutes and 38 seconds in this game, and Tennessee outscored Illinois by 13 points in those 14 and a half minutes or less. That was the best plus-minus on Tennessee's team today. He is just a tremendous energy guy who makes so many little dirty plays that I don't say dirty like he's playing dirty. I mean like just grimy kind of dirty, like getting in there and getting stuff done.
Fan favorite type of
Yes,
play.
and just, Ziegler epitomizes that. But Jemai Meshack in a different role, he's been asked to do so many things the past 3 years, and he's done some of it not great, but more often than not, he's starting to do it really well.
Yeah, he had my favorite quote post-game, talking about Terrence Shannon Jr., who did end up with like 22 points, but a little deceiving.
A lot
22 points, a lot at the line, a lot at the end of the game. Did not shoot well, and Jemai Meshack said that you're playing good defense when Illinois or the team that you're playing can't run what they want to run through the player they want to run things through, and Illinois was trying to go to a lot of different options other than Terrence Shannon.
Yeah, and Tennessee kind of mixed it up early in the first half too, doing some different stuff defensively, and Illinois' coach Brad Underwood was kind of surprised that his team handled it well, but it did. It got some open looks. It did some really good, off that cross match stuff. Got a lot of kick out, open threes. Got some bad mismatches. They got so much size that Ziegler occasionally is going to get. Just the way it works, he's going to occasionally get in the post against somebody, and that's not great, even as tough as he is. But Tennessee fought through it. I don't know if they win this game if it's not in this building, but it is in this building. That's where the game was today, and you just got to be good enough to win. Beat who you're playing in the building you're playing him in. And Tennessee made a couple plays, got the energy up in here, and when the energy in here is up, the opponents don't usually win.
Yeah, teams really win in here under Rick Barnes. Lastly, Dalton Knecht things once again today. Pretty crazy that he's the last thing we're bringing up, because he was red hot to start the game and red hot to start the second half, scoring 13 of Tennessee's 16 points to start the second half. And it wasn't a large lead that Tennessee had to overcome, but it did, quote-unquote, start kind of the comeback there after Illinois scored the first 4 points of the second half.
Yeah, he's pretty good on one good ankle, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, let's not forget that he's still pretty sore. He only played, we played 28 minutes today. He didn't go out there for 37, 38 minutes. Like, they're still trying to get him back from that ankle. And Illinois' physicality late in the game, they started just completely doubling him everywhere he would go and forced Tennessee to go other places. But he is so good. When you're struggling offensively, just to give him the ball and get the hell out of the way is a cheat code that a lot of teams just don't have, right? We've seen Kentucky have guys like that. We've seen Dukes and Kansas, but Tennessee has a guy like that right now, that you just give him the ball, clear out, and it's probably going to be 2 or 3 points. And that's just, it's an easy button to hit.
Yep, Illinois' coach Brad Underwood made the obvious point that he'll be playing in a different league next year, and that's the best way to summarize how Dalton's been playing. Good team win for Tennessee over a really good basketball team in Illinois, and we have plenty of coverage of it up at GoVols247.com. He's Wes Rucker. I'm Ben McKee.